Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history. So, for Thursday, February 5th, what did the big chimney say to the little chimney? You're too young to smoke. All right. I feel like there have been more misses in this year's calendar than last year's. All right, February 5th, 1883, Southern Pacific Railroad completes Sunset Route. On February 5th, 1883, the Southern Pacific Railroad completed its transcontinental Sunset Route from New Orleans to California, consolidating its dominance over rail traffic to the Pacific. Termed the Octopus for its stranglehold on much of the California economy, the Southern Pacific inspired Californians to create some of the first regulations over railroads in American history. The mighty Southern Pacific Railroad went on to play an essential role in fostering growth for the California economy for decades to come. All right. So, let me just get comfortable here. Let's move this up a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Adjustments. All right. I'd also like to thank the following members for starting in a month. Thank you to Copper for 45 months as a member. And also special thank you to Tyson Price for 11 months as a super supporter. Getting next month will be a year, if you believe it. I'd also like to thank Lasdrin, Rebecca Saul, and Seth Wilson for re-upping for a new month. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Bruce, American flag, bump, spike, jeans, butt, bald eagle, ram, baseball, Ang Lee is only thing. Is that how you spell Ang Lee? The director, right? Anyway, ocean, apple pie, Christopher, lapis lazuli, knock, and sky. I know lapis lazuli from Minecraft. It's a blue mineral, as far as I know. The ocean is blue. American flag has blue on it, but so maybe Americana stuff, the American flag, bald eagle, apple pie, and baseball. Is this a category or is this a red herring? Because it feels a bit too on the nose for a connections category. But so I'm not going to lock it in yet. We'll see. None of them are blue. We can have blue jeans. Okay. What else is like blue? I bet you it's the blue category too. Blue sky. I'm just going to lock this one in. Is it the blue category? It is. Blue things. All right. I remember there was one connections a while ago where literally yellow was yellow things, green was green things, etc. Bruce Almighty, Bruce. I mean, we've got Bruce and Christopher and Ang, which just have names. Spike Lee. Oh, Bruce Lee, Ang Lee, Spike Lee, and Christopher Lee. These are Lees. Actors who are Lees of Hollywood. Yeah, not all of them are actors, I don't think. Ang Lee. So I called that out, Ang Lee. I mean, what else was that going to be? So I think it is Americana stuff. American flag, bald eagle, baseball, and apple pie. I still think it's too on the nose, even for a yellow, but there we go. Cultural symbols of the U.S. And we got butt, bump, knock, and ram, which I didn't even have a chance to think about, but it's pretty clear that you're just kind of hitting someone. Collide with. There you go. All right. Well, that was, dare I say it was easy? It felt easy. It was easy for me. You have to know what lapis lazuli is. So Minecraft players have a big leg up on that. And you have to know these Hollywood people. They're all fairly famous Hollywood people, but still. Some people like me just don't pay attention to that stuff. I still think it wasn't hard. I'm going to give this under a 2 rating. I'm going to give this a 1.8. And I think we have a 90% solve rate. Now, it could be lower, but we'll see. The eagle is literally bald. Okay. They give it a 1.5. Yeah, fair enough. I was dead on at that 90%. All right. 58%. Can you think? So I like to mention that I do this pretty early before many, if any, Americans have played, because I do change my time zone to play it earlier. So there's always the question, because the majority of players, as you can see, are the American players. So if there's American specific trivia, oftentimes the solve rate actually goes up by the time my video is published. But even, I mean, Hollywood names is fairly international, and the symbols for America, I feel like, are relatively well known. So I don't know. I think it's going to stay around 90%, but who knows? All right, my order is 1 in 65. That's pretty common considering I did yellow and green last. I mean, it's so even here. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about. If you lost, I mean, it's hard to even say. All right, 3% got nothing, 2% got yellow, 3% got yellow green, 1% got green. It's interesting that the losing games are yellow green or are yellow greens. So just not understanding the blue and the last names, or first names. Huh. Okay. I mean, fair enough. There's not that many people who failed, so bump Spike for hitting. Okay. Jeans for American icons. Christopher for American icons. Christopher Columbus, I suppose. Lapis Lazuli Lee. Maybe thinking this is some kind of director. I don't know. Jeans Lee. This is people just trying to figure out purple, blue. So we got yellow first at 30%, purple first at 17%, blue first at 17%, green first at 15%. So the first mistake is after all of the correct ones. It's putting Spike in with green, or putting jeans in with Americana. Okay. Well, that's it. How did you do? Hello, let's do pips for Thursday, February 5th. We're going to do the easy, medium, and hard. All right. How are we doing this? What do we have? We don't have a double. So actually we need a domino like this, and then this domino here would be forced. What do I have 3 of? So I have 3 5s. So this has to be the 4 5 because less than 2, sorry. This has to be the 1 5. It's the only one that can do that. And then greater than 2 has to be the 5 4, I suppose, because we don't have a double for here. And then 5 2 goes down. That means that means the blanks are gonna do this. So this is 3 blank, and then this is blank up to the 1. All right, yeah, not too bad. This was small enough that I just saw the geometry in my head, but you can write out the geometry knowing that there's no double. All right, the medium. Ooh, we just have 4 independent puzzles. That's going to be annoying. So we have to add to 10 somehow. Now, the first question is there a domino that adds to 10? Yes, there's a 6 4. There's not a 5 5. In fact, we don't have 2 5s. So this will use up a 6 and a 4. Now, it could be the 6 4 on its own, or it could be this 6 2, for example, going up like that. Or it could be the 4 2, for example, going up like that. So we don't know. So we're not going to fill that yet. But we do know that it uses up one of our 6s and one of our 4s, leaving just leaving 2 6s and 1 4 left. This uses up the other 4. And I don't have a 4 3. I think doing 4 6 down would be a problem because I don't have a 6 3 either. So I hope I have a 2 3. Yeah, I do. So this is almost a gimme once you think about it. And now that 4 is used up, I have to put the 6 4 here. Well, have to is a strong word. It's going to end up in this square somewhere because the 4 has to be here. But it's either like this or rotated up. We'll see. 2 into a 7. 8. Do I have a domino that adds to 7? Not that I'm seeing. 7 needs a high digit. It needs a 4, 5, or 6. We don't have a 4 left, so it's either using the 5 or the 6. So we could tell this to be the 6 2, and then we could just put the 1 2 up. I don't know. That's kind of a vibe. And then adding to 8 is going to use the 5 for sure. In fact, we have 5 3. Oh, this just finishes. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know if there was like a cleaner way to think about that, but we got there. Let's play the hard. All right. We got 2 separate puzzles. 18 and 3 has to be 3 6s. And this corner is going to require this double 6 to be in it. I don't know which way it goes, but it's definitely in there. Um, this uses up our last 6. So it does have to be this way because blank can't go into 5. Now this uses 5 into something that adds to 5. This is a blank. How many blanks do we have left? 3, 4, and 5. I mean, it's just not the blank 5 because this would also be a 5 blank. So it's blank 4, blank 3. Meaning, so if this is blank 4, blank 3, this is 5, 1 or 5, 2. And I have both of them. So I don't know exactly what's going on there. I don't think I can finish that yet. So we got to look over here. This uses a 5. Is there any geometry that I can figure out here? It's tough. It's just an open square. So we have to consider like how many doubles we have. We have a 3, 3 and a 1, 1. So we only have 2 doubles. The 10, let's see. So we know that this uses a 5 and this uses a 5. So I only have, I do have 2 5s left. So the 10 could be 5, 5 actually. It can't be 4, 6. Okay, so this tells me that all the 5s are used, right? Yeah. We have a 5 used here, we have a 5 used here, and then this is 2 5s. What do I do with that? I'm tempted to... Well, that means that this 5 blank, which we know doesn't get used over here, is used in one of these. It certainly can't go into here. It could go up here. It could go in here. If we did it here... Okay, I guess probably the question that I should have been asking a while ago is what do I have 4 of? I only have 3 blanks. I have 3, sorry. I have 3 blanks. I have 3 1s. I have 2 2s. I have 4 3s. I have 2 4s. And we know the 5s are used up. So these are 3s. And the 3 3 must go somewhere within, like fully within it. So here's kind of a thought. And then the 3 4 would go up. And we do have a 5 4. So maybe that thought works out. And then I have a 5 1 and a 1 1. And that doesn't work because I don't have a... In fact, this has to be the 1 1 if I do that. And so now we do the 5 2. No, so this doesn't actually work. Wow, it felt like it was working. But it didn't. Shoot. Okay, so what went wrong here? I could put the 3 4 down here and do 5 4. I still think... So that puts 3 blank up here, and that will put the 5 blank here. Did that change anything? Not really, because I still need a double here. So I think I have to change out this geometry a bit, actually. I think I need to do... Let me draw out what I think I have to do here. I think I have to do this. And now this would not be able to be possible because it would be the same exact domino as that one. We don't have 2 of the same domino ever. So this goes this way. Now I'm going to pull these out. So this would be a double, and I think it has to be the 1s. And we could do the 5. Oh no, the 5 1 can't go down because the 5 goes this way. So our last 1 1 5 would go. Ooh, that's a problem, isn't it? The 1 5 has nowhere to go. So was this actually wrong? So how would I get away with doing a double here? It would have to be double 3. I think. Unless the 3s go in here. No, sorry. The 3s are the only ones that can go in here. Unless I miscounted something. No, because we know the 5s are all used up. So this would have to be the 1-1. And now what do I have 3 of? I do have 3 4s. So I could do like 5-4 here. Oh, this doesn't actually have to have a double in it. Well, okay. What we would do is this and this, and then that. This would be forced. This would be forced. This would be forced. So this would be our 3-3. And I kind of like the 3 blank in here with the 5 blank. And then we can do the 3-4 up. That actually works. The 4-2 across here and the 5-2 up. This is, I think, working. Blank 4 and then the 5-1. Perfect. Okay. Once again, drawing it out helped quite a bit. Interesting one today. I'm not sure how you'd vibe it. So it seems hard to vibe. I kind of half vibed it, but we really had to think about placement quite a bit. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Let's do the mini crossword for Thursday, February 5th. Let's play. Battery warning from a smoke detector, like a beep. Would they call it a bleep? I don't know. Chirp, maybe. Word that can precede book or tour. I'm not sure. Extreme edge. Like a wobbly screw. Type in. Enter. Alternative to streaming. Cable. One of the Great Lakes. Heron. I'm pretty sure, right? Dummy. Idiot. Wash under tap. Wash under a tap. Rinse. Oops. And then game in which Paul Newman successfully cons a crime boss in The Sting. Poker. So I messed something up. Let's look at these. Oh, so this is audio. Huron. Okay. Heron is a bird. Huron is the Great Lake. Okay. I was like, something seemed wrong with that, but I just kept going and figured I'd fix it. Not too bad, 53 seconds. How'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is quintessential. So quint being like a group of 5. So are these things that are groups of 5s? Maybe. What we have 5 senses. I thought I saw senses here. Senses. It's up here. Okay. What else do we have 5 of? Or what's 5 weeks? No. Maybe it's give me 5. Give me 5. Okay, perfect. So I feel like it's an OUGH boroughs. There's 5 boroughs in New York City. All right. Okay. What else do we have 5 of? Whoa. I don't know what's happening here. I can't stop seeing week. Sweet. 5 weekdays. There it is. 5 weekdays. Three more. They're very short. Something like volume or I don't know. I just can't think of things we have 5 of. Senses on weekdays. Like what else? 5 wolves. Felt weird. I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 letters for 3 words. So they could be 5 or we could even have a 6-letter word still. Or more. Wait, we can have an 8-letter word. There's got to be like 1 or 2 short words, I think. I'm not seeing it. What's wrong here? 5 volts. I don't think so. These have all been plural so far, so I think we got to use these 3 S's to end the 3 different words. So maybe that'll help. So like tens, 5 tens. I don't know why that would be true. 5 sen, 5 woes. Is 5 woes a thing? No. Darn. Okay. Might as well try volts then. Okay. Actually, we knew that volts couldn't work because of our logic that we needed an S in every word. We got to end in S. We got to ignore the S's except to end in them. 5 tons? I don't know what's happening here. Do I need a hint? Sasvow. Snack. Can't think of what else we have 5 of. What are we doing with this S? Like a LS? 5 vowels. Okay. And then 5 toes on 1 foot. What's this one? Nekoas. Echoens. Oceans. 5 oceans. Okay. Got there eventually. Didn't use a hint at least. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is which year? So what we need to do is identify what year we think this photograph was taken in. What game are they playing? Is that a football? Huh. It's like it's an old photo. It's an old photo. Oh, it's labeled Auburn High School. Interesting. I don't look at that hat. That hat that's in there. Well, I'm gonna say a photo like that. I'm gonna say like 1915. Let's see. 1929. Okay. Ooh. Well, I think we're on Broadway. Oh, New York City. Broadway. This might be like 1910, 1915. This could be a really early photo, like late 1800s. I'm gonna go 1890. It was night. I should have gone with night. I'm like off for no reason. I just keep second guessing myself. This seems pretty modern. We got a. You know what? What kind? That's not a phone, actually. That looks like a phone, maybe. Jansport backpack. So this feels like kind of the transition into smartphone era. So like 2000, maybe those 2009, 2008. Let's do 2008. 2010. Okay. Ooh, very old photo. Main Street, now Holland Street West, facing west in Bradford. Look at that wagon. All right. So this one I'm going to do 1890. 1908. Okay. A handheld statometer is demonstrated. Navy uniform. I'm going to say maybe during World War II. 1942, maybe? Oh, it was World War One. Oh, is 1920 World War One? Or... I don't remember the exact range of World War One. Was it like 1918 to? I can look it up. We're done anyway. World War One dates, date range. Oh, it was 1914. It ended in 1918. 1914, 1918. So this is after World War One. All right, but just after. Okay. Well, I don't think I did very well today. Ooh, yeah, I'm way below the core curve score. Yikes. All right. So every single guess was unfortunate. Well, that's how that went. How'd you do? And let's spin the bonus game wheel to see what we are going to be playing tomorrow. All right, we've got, ooh, which one? Alan Prince's suggestion of Word Grid. So, as always, I will provide the link in the description. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment. It has all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.